guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Naomi, and today I have a pretty fun video for you guys. It's very real experience. Probably the realest experience I've had in a very long time. It made me feel very adult, and I am not that adult, but this video is, definitely have a story for you guys. So, over the past week, I've just been really like depressed. Not even a week, actually. The past 3 days, actually. I got rid of everything in 3 days. So, I didn't get rid of anything. Pay attention. Spoilers. But okay, so I have, a pretty active sex life. My sex life, I'm 22, like, I'm cute, like, yeah, obviously I have a sex life. But, so I'm pretty, like, safe sex friendly, like, everyone should be. I figured that's, like, the norm. I figured that's the absolute norm, for, people living their lives and having sex. But anyways, the story is, I had a little bit of an STD scare. Yeah, so I will start from the very beginning of when I had suspicions, right? So I just have really bad paranoia, like very bad STD paranoia. I always think I have AIDS. I live like I have AIDS. I live like I have every STD in the world, and I really don't want to be passing it around to people. Very, like, paranoid about catching anything or spreading anything, or just not knowing I have anything. So I've been getting tested literally every month for the past 6 months, just to make sure I'm on top of my shit. And, whatever. I feel like, maybe everyone should get tested every month, depending on, like, how much sex I have. If you have, like, absolutely zero sex, I would say still get tested, so you can pick up stuff from the toilet seat, okay? And you don't want to pass it on to that one person you end up having sex with that one time in your entire life, so don't go without getting tested. Anyway, so the very beginning, I was just like, I always feel like I'm in test, like, I need to be tested. So I, like, had sex with this dude or whatever, and I was, like, really nervous because, like, well, I wasn't nervous. It was a good time. Should I even tell you who I think it was? I have apps like Grindr and Tinder and, like, Who Has It or whatever. That would be a really terrible name for a dating app, Who Has It. Like, I don't want to know who has it. Or I do want to know who has it, actually. I, like, met this guy off of Grindr or whatever. He was really cute, really tall. He was 6'7", pale, red hair, like, really skinny, very beautiful, very, like, skinny and lean. And I was just like, wow, like, you could make a great boyfriend. And then he started talking, and, his words were not very wisdom. He was talking about how he did drugs and, like, this is that, how he was at a bar and all his friends didn't really talk to him because they kind of just leave him on his own. Like, that's a little worrying. Like, I'm sad that your friends aren't watching you because you're really cute. You could be my boyfriend. Anyway, so we, like, get into the business. We have, like, fun. We're having a good time, But I noticed, like, halfway through, he's like, oh, I'm really exhausted. And so, like, he stops or whatever. And so I'm like, cool, fine, whatever. And then, like, he gets up and leaves, and I, like, never hear from him again, and it was, like, hella sketchy. Like, he didn't even, like, text me, oh, I had a good time, or whatever. Made me feel like I was really bad at sex. Made me feel really disgusting. Made me feel like a hoe. Made me feel like I wasn't enough of a hoe. Like, I was like, nigga, I'm not a hoe often enough, and you're gonna tell me the one time that I am a hoe, I'm not the kinkiest bitch you've ever met? Yeah, so whatever. He's, like, gone, and ever since I had sex with him, I was paranoid, I was like, I cannot believe I had sex with somebody. Like, I need to not be having sex with people. I need to stop having sex. I need to just get my life together because my life is falling apart. Like, I have so many things. I have so many bills. I have so many things to do. Like, I can't be playing these games with people. So I, like, was just really depressed. And so, I ended up, like, feeling sick and, whatever. My apartment was really messy. I hadn't cleaned in, like, forever. And so, yeah, so eventually I get a note on my door, and I read it, it's probably from my apartments because I had a bunch of bills owed or whatever, and so, like, I open it, and it's like, oh, this is a public health agent, and we are trying to speak with birth name. So I just kind of passed it off as junk mail, like, So who shops at Sears? What do you buy appliances there, right? You buy like vacuums and shit. But you can just go to the good store, the Goodwill. Go to the Goodwill. Go to the Goodwill. Support the people of needing jobs. Go to Goodwill, get a vacuum. So it was just, I just thought it was junk mail. I finally ended up opening one because I kept putting them through my door and I was really paranoid. I think I was filming a video and someone put something in my window and I got really paranoid. I might find the clip, I might have the clip. If I have the clip, I'll upload it, I'll add it to this video and you guys will see how paranoid I am when someone knocks on my door. Anyway, so I just ignored the person on my door and they slipped the note through the door, made me even more scared. I went and I read it and it was like, oh, well, it was the same letter again. It was like, hey, we need to speak with you immediately. Like, we have a urgent health message for you, blah, blah, blah. But it had my birth name on it again. So I was like, whatever, it's retarded information. You know, I honestly probably should stop thinking like that. Probably should stop thinking that if it says my first name, my birth name, that it's stupid. But, anyway, so finally what was interesting is the third time that they knocked, they left the note at my door. It said my name on it. It said Naomi. And then I was like, who knows me in the public health agent's services? Like, how did they know my name Naomi? Like, I mean, you know? But anyway, so I was like really, really nervous. I was like, okay, fine. Okay, fine. Like, they need to speak with me. I gave them a call. They didn't actually even answer when I called. So I was like, okay, like whatever. So I just put it back to the back of my mind again. And then, you know, so my apartment was getting so messy. I called my mother to help me clean it. I was like, Mom, can you please help me come clean this apartment? It's literally disgusting. I can't walk anywhere. I can't sleep. So my mom comes over and she like starts helping me pick up. We listen to a bunch of music and we're chilling and we're vibing. And she finds a letter and she says, what is this? Oh, you know, it's probably like there's probably like some kind of water change in the water piping here or something. It's just some stupid like ad or something. I don't know. They're trying to get me to sign something, I guess. And she was like, she was like, it's probably, she literally looked at me and she was like, it's probably a viral disease. I was like, Mom, can you not? I remember getting really mad at her. I was like, Mom, I don't need you to put that kind of toxic shit in my head because, you know, she used to do that. She used to think, well, she probably still does think, but like, you know, I used to get really mad at her because like I would be a virgin and I would tell her I was gay or having gay sex and she would be like, oh, you like, you know, everyone told me that because I was gonna have gay sex that I was gonna get AIDS. So I was like, you all need to stop with that. That is so fucking fucked up. Like, that is not the truth at all. Like, no, like anybody that has unprotected sex can get AIDS. And on top of that, you can get any STDs. So, you know, everyone was fucking stupid. I was really pissed off at that all the time. So, you know, my mom kind of said that and it really triggered up some old anger issues. And I was like, that's not fair. You don't need to say that. You don't need to put any of that toxic shit in my head because I feel absolutely fine. Like, you know, like I have a sex life, yes, but I didn't show any symptoms of having an STD. And then when she says that, like, I just instantly start getting even more depressed and I like can't focus. I'm like, okay, like I'll recall them again in the morning. I will listen to what they say because like by this time I had like, you know, talked myself into a pit of despair and confusion on my life and every decision I ever made. I was like, I had a list of men that I've had sex with in the past couple months and I was just like, who are these guys? And I felt like shit because I didn't even remember some of their names. I'd be like, this is the cop, this is the car guy, this is the car guy. I didn't have sex with him in his car. The long story short is his car got towed while it was at my apartment. So that was he's the car guy. But there was a car guy, there was a tall skinny one, there was, did I have sex with the fat guy? Oh yeah, there was a fat guy. And then there was, like my most recent one, and you know, like it just like, you know, I was like, who are all these people? But then she came to my door, they came to my door again, and I opened it, and I was like, well, first of all, I was kind of thankful that they came to my door. I was like, that's really awesome. Like, I was gonna call, and I've called, but they didn't ever answer. So she came to my door, she knocked on my door, I opened the door, it's this little small white woman, and I was like, hello, little small white woman, how are you? And then she was like, are you Naomi? And I was like, yes. Mind you, I was looking really, really busted, so she probably was like, so she sits down, she starts talking to me, she's like, can I speak with you in private? Is it private here? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And she sits down and she's like, hey, I would just like to like, inform you that I work for the Public Health Service department, whatever. And I'm like, okay, like, what's up? Like, you guys have been trying to get in contact with me for like a week now. Like, someone that you may have come into sexual contact with recently was tested positive for syphilis and HIV. And we really want to get you tested, and we want to know like what your sexual activity is, and like when was the last time you were tested, and like, are you having safe sex? Like, she asked me all these different questions, and I was like, Megan was crying. I still want to cry, like, just thinking about it. I was like, Dad. And so, like, I was like, I cannot believe I just fucked my whole... Wow, I did not think that this video was going to be this long. So I'm gonna make it a two-parter. And so go ahead and like and subscribe, like the video and subscribe to my channel if you're wanting more. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Later.